Hi, this is Jeff Warwitzki inviting you to our 30th class reunion. Okay, I'll just start again.
Okay.
Hi, this is Jeff Warwitzki inviting you to our 30th class reunion, John F. Kennedy High School, August 8th, 9th, and 10th. We want you all to attend.
At where?
He doesn't need to say
He
it.
doesn't know. Okay.
I mean, he's not saying it, Dwayne. But you give him a script to read, we're not going to get it, so. Why are we doing this again?
Yep, still running.
Hi, this is Jeff Warwitzki inviting all of you to our 30th class reunion, John F. Kennedy High School, August 8th at the school, August 9th at Emerald Downs, August 10th at Saltwater State Park. Hope to see you all there.
I don't know, Doc. It's just strange stuff I keep hearing.
There are certain things in this sweet life that need no explanations.
welcome to the reunion.
Hello.
And what have you been doing?
I work for Overlake Christian Church. I'm the facility supervisor there.
Super. And what grade school did you go to?
I went to public school. I went to Whitworth Elementary School in South Seattle.
Super. And are you going to be here all weekend playing with us?
I can't.
Well, you better. We're counting on you, man. Thanks for being here tonight. Good to see you. And look at these three gorgeous babes. And you know what? They're looking real good, and I'm going to step away from the microphone. Pam, what have you been doing for the last 30 years, darling?
Well, I have been teaching school for most of that time.
Where
I
at?
live in Alaska.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm delighted to be here. I teach special education and...
Yes?
That's all.
Okay, well, you know, and that's all. And Teresa, how are you, darling?
I'm fine.
Good. Well, we know that. You always were.
30 years, about 15 of those are a blur. And I'm being honest.
Yes.
And last 16
We were taught
years,
to be honest. It's a good thing.
took care of my mother. I worked at Puget Power for a long time, and I took care of my mother, and she just passed away.
And we're sorry about that. And your whole family is so special to all of us.
Yeah.
Thank you
Other
so
than
much
that,
for
I'm
being
just
here.
having fun.
Good.
It's good to see you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thanks for being here, honey.
Okay.
Thanks. Miss Debbie.
Yes, Miss Debbie.
And just what have you been up to for the last 30
been
years?
living in the went to LA. First roommated with her.
All right.
Went to LA. Then I went to the Tri-Cities and I work at Hanford.
Mm-hmm.
I have two
We'll talk
wonderful
later.
children.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I do not glow in the dark.
Oh, wait.
I have a 21-year-old son, thank you.
Okay.
And it's getting cold out here.
Well, and
Other than that, it's nice to see all these people I haven't seen in a long time.
And we're so happy you're here. And actually, we want to know if you have any words of wisdom for the rest of the classmates.
Don't go no. Words of wisdom.
Yeah. What should we
Enjoy it
remember?
while you got it, because it goes quick.
And you heard
Treasure your friendship.
One day at a time.
it. And here's Diane and Margaret. And Diane, what have you been up to for the last 30 years?
Raising kids, working,
Where do you work now?
attachment,
And what do you do there?
software company. I handle all the special pricing with the sales force.
And Diane's also been instrumental in the decorations for the rest of the weekend. Margaret, good to see you. What have you been doing, honey?
Lynn, I'm teaching high school at Blanchette.
At Blanchette. And what do you
Yeah,
teach?
and I teach French and English.
Ah, très bien.
Oh, très bien. Je parle français.
Oh, oui, un peu.
And I just got back from a month in France with my daughter,
Fantastic. Where at?
Georgina from Avignon.
Oui. Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful. My daughter's a teacher also, so that's good stuff. Neat.
Oh, it's good.
Neat. We love teachers.
Yeah.
Welcome. Thanks for coming to the reunion. Good to see you.
Thanks for doing what you're doing, but I hope this doesn't show on the 5 o'clock news.
Gentlemen.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby. We got Pat and Larry and Mike. And Mike, what have you been up to for the last 30 years?
Where do you want me to start?
What grade school did you go to?
That was so long ago. Showalter.
Okay.
Don't remember.
And what are you doing now?
I'm raising a family with a 16-year-old daughter and a 13-year-old son. I've been married to Sue Frawley for the last 28 years.
Holy moly.
And I'm working in an architectural firm in Seattle.
Super.
Having a great time, and we live at Green Lake. And gosh, it's good to be here. And it's good to see you especially.
Oh, thanks, Mike. And Mike's been real helpful on the reunion committee, and we sure appreciate that. Pat, get over here.
Yes.
What you been doing for the last 30 years?
Well, I'm still working in the printing industry,
Okay.
commercial equipment.
Yeah, well, go ahead and plug the company. Go for it.
Oh, Universal Graphic Products, Denver, Colorado.
Super. Phone number? No. Super. We're going to get Dwayne later.
Oh.
Okay. So, married, kids, what's up?
I've been married 29 years, and I have 2 grown children.
Wow. That's about how old I am. How'd you manage that?
Snuck around real quick.
You don't look too good for 29.
I got a 2-year-old
You talking to
granddaughter.
me?
I got a 2-year-old granddaughter
Wow.
to have fun with. So
Congratulations. Wow, super.
Yeah. Thanks.
You bet. Thanks for coming to the reunion. Good to see you.
Oh, nice seeing you.
Appreciate it. Larry, what you been up to, babe?
Well, let's see, I've been married to Leslie for 11 years, and we adopted about 4 years ago, adopted a little girl.
Super. What's her
Korea.
name?
Amanda Min Johnson, Mandy Min.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it is wonderful. That's been the highlight. I do architecture. It's a lot of work, and what else? Built my own house. I play in a rock band. I try to get enough sleep.
Super, 8 hours. Trust me.
8 hours? Is that what doctor says? Doctors recommend 8 hours. I get 5.
We'll talk later.
Okay.
Thanks for being here. Good to see you, honey.
Yeah, good to see you.
Got Don Caddy here. And Don, what have you been doing for the last 30 years?
Absolutely nothing.
Well, you know, and I think I remember that, and I want to learn that. What are your words of wisdom to the rest of the classmates?
Oh, you know, everybody was wonderful. High school, I had a great time.
We did.
And I'm just glad that
Drill team, man.
happy to see as many people here tonight.
And we're so glad you're here, and drill team was a kick, wasn't it?
I know it was.
We did. Super. Thanks for being here, Don. You look great.
Thanks.
And we've got Diane.
How are you?
And it's a Kodak moment here. Diane, what have you been doing for the last 30 years, darling?
Oh my God. You know, it's just been wonderful. I have 4 great kids, and since I've been out of high school, I've been working most of the time, but retired in '97 and worked for Microsoft for 14 and a half years, and just have had a great life. Married to my second husband for 5 years now.
Super.
And,
any words of wisdom for the rest of the classmates? Talk about retirement. I could be interested in that.
Retirement's wonderful if you can figure out what you want to do after retirement.
Okay.
So it's taken me a while to figure out what I want to do after retirement, but you know, I play a lot of golf. So when it's nice weather, I play a lot of golf. So, and I work part-time. So
Super.
Great.
So that's your words of wisdom is play golf.
My words of wisdom is go out and play lots of golf and do a lot of traveling.
Thanks, Diane.
All right.
So glad you're here.
All right, bye-bye.
Got married, had a couple boys. Hung around the Seattle area for about 20 years, and then moved to Las Vegas 10 years ago. And my wife and I celebrated our 21st wedding anniversary, July 31st.
Fantastic.
We have 2 beautiful boys, 11 and 13, Craig and Ryan.
Super.
They're baseball players, and we enjoy baseball, cars, and motorcycles.
In Vegas, huh?
In Las Vegas.
How's Vegas? You liking it?
We love it.
Super. We got a couple other classmates down there, too.
Yes, we do. Robin.
Yep.
Yep. She's my good friend.
Yeah, and someone else is down
Nancy
there, too.
Parker.
Yep.
Nancy
Super.
Parker is
Yeah.
down there. Unfortunately, she couldn't make it.
Yeah. Well, we'll send her a CD of all this good times. Thanks for being here, Steve. You look great. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. You
bet.
look wonderful too.
Turn around.
You're getting filmed.
And we got Patty and Kathy here. I've been emailing Dwayne. Patty,
Is it too late to come?
What have you been doing for the last 30 years other than looking beautiful? What is up?
Beautiful.
You're looking good.
I mean,
we have the most beautiful women in our class, and they are proving it right here. How are you?
Well, I'm a nurse. I just became a grandmother.
Well, congratulations.
Yes, perfect little baby boy, Francisco the 5th. It's
Wonderful.
cool. Yeah.
Super. So words of wisdom to your classmates.
The wisdom.
What should we be doing for the next 10 years? What should we keep in mind?
Just keep having fun. I mean, we've been so blessed. It seems like everybody I've talked to is just really on upbeat and positive and wonderful things happening.
Super. Thanks so much for being here. You look great.
Sure.
Kathy, what have you been doing the last 30 years, darling?
Oh my God, 30 years having fun. What can I say?
Yeah, super. And words of wisdom? How should we live our lives for the next 10 years?
Treasure every moment. I know it sounds cliche, but the older we get, I think that's very true.
And that's why we're all here, so we can start some new moments and new memories and relive some old ones. Thanks
So
for
what have
being
you
here.
been doing?
I have.
Still practicing medicine?
Absolutely, yeah. I have a master's in genetics and microbiology from Drake University and my MD from UW in family medicine. And I'm board certified in bariatric medicine, and I specialize in environmental toxicity issues now.
Oh my gosh.
And my little girl is almost 23, and she's a teacher, and she's married to a teacher, and life is good. Turn around, Chris. And
I tried to get away,
there we go.
She found
Chris was
okay.
trying to hide. No way. Another good St. Anthony's kid here. What you been doing for 30 years, Chris?
For 30 years. God,
It's been that long.
I've been slowly trying to turn my hair white, and I've almost completed this goal. No, I worked for Boeing for 21 years, lived in Wallingford for the last 26 years.
Super area.
Now I help my autistic son become a productive citizen. So that's what I'm doing full time now.
Yes. And welcome to the reunion. It's so good to see you. Excellent. Hey.
Hey. Oh no.
Scott.
I saw the mic thing, but I thought it went.
Dwayne and I are sneaking up on people. What have you been doing for the last 30 years other than looking gorgeous and haven't changed a bit? Need you to say more? California, right?
California,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah,
And so
been doing California. Scott does California.
And specifically?
Specifically, about almost 10 years at Santa Clara University, and then recently I'm building affordable housing or working with a company that builds affordable housing, and they're working in their computer rooms, teaching people how to use computers.
Excellent. And your wife's here.
Yes, this is my wife, Patty Narciso.
Can we say hi to Patty?
Hello.
And thank you for taking care of this guy, if we can say that. He's one of our favorite people. How long you guys been married now?
20 years.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we went to Brazil last summer to celebrate our 20 years, so that was
Fantastic.
pretty cool.
Thanks for coming up from California.
Sure, it's great to
Appreciate
be
it.
here.
We're going to pass this along. So, grab the mic.
Okay.
And what have you been up to for the last 30 years? we got Michael. We got Mike.
Oh.
So when you go to Catholic school, it's Michael.
It is Michael.
Yeah, it is. Michael. Yeah. It is.
But I think I was Mike in high school. But call me either. What have I been up to? Working, raising children, trying to take care of myself.
We need words of wisdom for how the rest of us need to live our lives for the next 10 years. What do you think?
Enjoy the moment. That's the gift.
Thank you. Thanks so much for being here. It's good to see you. Thank you.
I did. I passed it off.
Then talk. Okay. Do it. Do it. Do it. You look gorgeous. Do it.
I need a question.
What have you been doing for the last 30 years?
Oh, standard question. Okay. I've been running a senior center, raising kids.
Where's the senior center?
Anacortes.
Super. Great. And so, words of wisdom? Yeah. Oh, this is good. She's got the interviewing technique down.
I like Michael's words of wisdom about enjoying the moment. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And this is a good one.
Thank you so much. It is so, you are absolutely right about that. We're trying to get these moments on tape, so it's nice for you to cooperate and not pass this off. Don't be passing the mic off. No. Thank you. Yeah, and Greg does remember the microphone. Greg and Joyce, get over here. Yeah. Joyce, get over here.
You know what? He doesn't want anybody to take away from the limelight.
Well, and I remember that from 8th grade at St. Anthony's. We got Greg Johnson, his lovely wife, Joyce.
Yes.
And I was telling Greg my favorite memory of him is that he was such an excellent speaker that the nuns brought him from classroom to classroom in 8th grade to give his speech over and over again, which never happened. And so quite a stellar moment for this gentleman, and he claims not to have any memory of that.
I wish they had video cameras back then.
It was probably traumatic. Yeah. You probably put it out of your mind forever. So what you been doing for the last 30 years, man?
Oh, God, that's a long...
it is.
The only reason I came tonight was to find out what I did at the 10th reunion. That was all. I quit drinking 17 years ago, but that was...
Are you serious?
Yeah, that was the only... Just had to make sure.
Honey.
Well, thank you.
Cool. Yeah, so...
Interesting to see everybody here. Some people, it's easy to pick out who they are, and other people, I don't have a clue as to who they are.
Yeah. So what are you doing work-wise?
I work for myself. I'm a wholesale auto dealer.
Super. So, yeah. Great. Well, welcome. We're so glad to see you. Another great representative from St. Anthony's. People are running as quickly as they can.
Yes, I really want to run. I really want to run, but I won't be rude.
And
what am I supposed to say?
What have you been doing for the last 30 years, darling? Other than looking beautiful. And you're a Vegas kind of queen, too, I hear now.
Well, I have been a Vegas queen for a long time.
How many years have you been down there?
I've been in Vegas for 10 years.
Wow. So what do you do?
I'm single. I'm a chef. Paris-trained chef. I trained at Le Cordon Bleu in Paris, France. Thank you.
And she's been doing the catering tonight, and we're so blessed to have her.
No. Oh, I didn't touch the food.
I'm sorry.
All I did was the decorations and told them where to set up the tables.
Presentation.
Exactly.
I learned that in medical school. Yeah, thank you.
You've
seen Elvis. And has Elvis truly?
I have seen many imitations of Elvis. But you know how many celebrities I've actually met and known and talked to and fed over the years? I can't even remember them all.
Any other verbs you'd like to use in terms of describing them?
Who's the latest one? Gosh, there was somebody. Oh, one time I fed Matt LeBlanc from Friends. I fed Vince Gill. I've fed Joe Pesci. I've talked to Elizabeth Taylor.
Was it cool?
Who did I just talk to recently?
Kobe Bryant?
Slipping my tongue.
I mean, a real celebrity.
One time I was at the Smash Mouth house. They had just been nominated for an Emmy. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Wow. Well, we're so glad you're here to help us out.
The Secretary of Defense.
She's been having a really good time in Vegas. And we're all invited down, and she'll personally show you.
Oh, Grace
around.
Slick. I talked to Grace Slick a couple months ago. It was very cool. That was very exciting.
And she's in charge of emceeing tomorrow night. Don't miss it.
That's right. Catch my act every night in Vegas. It's lots of fun. Playing at 8:30 and 10:30 at Center Strip. Thank you.
All right. And we're going to be there. That's the next reunion, her place.
Hey, we got the Vegas goodie bags.
Mr. Rufo, and I understand we can now call you John, which is a really cool thing. So what do we remember about this crazy class of 73 that you would like to put on tape, that is?
That I would like to put on tape. Well, I'm just going to tell you that the early years were so much fun, and I think back to some of the teachers, and I've heard people ask about like Mike Sams, Bob Babbitt, but I think back to the time just some of the different things like football players saying you're going to go out with us after a game and we're going to take you to Farrell's and you're going to eat what they call the trough and you get a little ribbon about it. And I thought nowadays I don't think that we would wind up going out with athletes after games, and I don't think we would be having ice cream, but I thought these are good times. And 30 years has sure been great for this class. When you look at everybody looks so good. And it's nice to hear them. They're very happy where they are in life.
And can you give us some advice how to live our next 10 years of our lives? What do you think these class of 73 ought to be doing?
Well, I'm going to tell you, I think probably you've done this already. For those that have children, they're serving as good models for their children, and that's probably the most important thing that you can do.
Thank you. And John, just a special thanks to you, and certainly one of our most beloved teachers over the years, and we just thank you for everything that you did for us and all your care and love, and teachers are special, and you're one of our special ones. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
You bet. Hey, we got Joe over here. Joe, what have you been doing for the last 30 years, honey?
No comment.
Yeah, I know, no comment. Again, yeah, anything you'd like on tape.
I'd like to say no comment.
You take the fifth, and I say I'd like a fifth too.
Yeah. Your lovely wife, Kay?
This is my lovely wife, Kay.
Lovely wife, Kay. And Kay, what would you like us to know what Joe's been up to?
Joe has been fishing, fishing, fishing.
Is this okay with you?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I'd like wish she'd do it more often.
Joe, what do you do for a living?
I'm a truck driver for the Pepsi bottling group here in Seattle.
Super. Local driving or long haul?
Local driving.
Super. My daddy was a truck driver too, an 18-wheeler thing. All right. It's a good thing. Thanks so much for being here. It's great to see you.
Well, nice to see you. And even though you cut out early and left school and after junior year, I forgive you.
Thank you. But I'm back, so it's a good thing. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Oh, I know. How should we live our lives for the next 10 years? Words of wisdom.
Carefully.
Carefully. I like that. All righty. Thanks much.
I was really hoping you weren't going to do this.
I found Kathleen, and she thought she was going to hide.
Talk to Pam.
We already did talk to Pam, and Kathleen thought she was going to hide, and she's the tallest girl in the class, and
you can't focus on both of us at the same time anyway.
What you been doing for the last 30 years other than looking wonderful? What have you been up to?
Oh dear, fishing commercially in Alaska for many years, and now I have a charter boat instead.
And you want to give us a phone number and website where we can do that?
Oh gosh, if I have the website. I have a card that it doesn't roll off my tongue, but my phone number is 907-780-4561.
Cool. Well, you look wonderful, and words of wisdom to how we should be living our next 10 years.
I'm not even going to go there.
Well said.
Far be it from me to say that.
Thanks, Kathy.
No paparazzi, please. Hey, we brought.
I have personally.
Give me that cat.
I personally hog-tagged him.
Yeah. All right.
And I know how to hurt him. I am the doctor, and he
now,
likes
look,
that
I'm
part.
a massage therapist.
Oh, and he's a massage therapist, and we know how to hurt each other. And talk to me. What have you been doing for the last? I know for the last 30 years. What are you doing?
Well, look, break out the rap sheet. Look, this is. I don't know how to do this.
Yes, you can. What have you been? So you're licensed massage therapist.
I don't know. My life just changed. I think back on my Lancer youth and. Where it went wrong, and back to you, Lynn. Okay.
So now what are you doing now? You said you got out of massage.
I'll give you a lesson for you kids. Now look, it's like this. It's all energy, right? It's got a flow. It's like watering the garden. You bring blood to the tissue, then you own that arm. Okay, you got the range of motion. Now get out of here. Who loves you? Right.
Thanks, John. And that's the licensed massage therapist, John Hansen. And we were always next to each other in line, and he reminded me about that, Hansen and Handshoe. So take it away.
Hello.
And then it took an act of God to find Steve Lindy had to call his sister, and thank God the St. Anthony kids all stick together. Steve, what have you been doing for the last 30 years? Can you remember that?
Try to stay out of jail. And so far, it's been good. Yeah. Really liked it. Freedom is all.
So, the 70s was really good to Steve. So, you got kids?
I have a son, Willie, who's 15, and very glad to have him.
And what kind of work are you doing?
I'm in banking, commercial lending. So if you've got a business, you need some money, come see Steve.
That's a good thing. Words of wisdom for the class of 73 to live by for the next 10 years.
Keep the faith, baby.
All right. Thanks, Steve. Good to see you.
Nice to see you, too. Thank you, Lynn.
Okay, you know, I can't hog tie 3 at the same time, although it would be fun trying, particularly with these 3 gentlemen who've been known to have a good time. We got Al, and we got Jim, and we got Gary.
Hog time. Hello.
Oh, baby. Later. Okay. Al, what have you been doing for the last 30 years?
27 of them. I've been driving truck, being a teamster.
Cool.
Yeah.
And he wants me, so words of wisdom for the next 10 years, what should we be doing?
Don't play with matches. I don't know.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, you bet.
Jim, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing fine. How are you
Good.
doing?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Thanks. What you been doing for the last 30 years?
Well, the last 30 years, I've been just driving truck, just like Al, and just trying to raise a family, send kids to school.
It's a full-time job, huh?
It's a full-time job.
Yeah.
Playing golf and just working on cars, just having fun.
Super. So words of wisdom for the next 10 years. What should we be doing? Class of 73, what do we need to do?
Oh, what would we need to do? We always need to see healthy, number one.
I like that.
So we can all be here next time around and just live a good life.
Super. Thanks. Thanks so much for being here. You look great. Thanks.
Thank you, man.
Okay. Gary, what you been doing for the last 30 years?
Well, me and Jimmy have been living together for about
Okay. Did I mention these guys are kind of wild and crazy guys?
No.
And we haven't even had that, and that's actually water, just so we're clear.
Actually, that's my second water.
Second water. Gary, what you been doing for the last 30 years?
Working at Boeing for the last 24.
Doing what?
Computer programming.
Yeah, and so are you like nervous with all this layoff situation, or?
Not too bad.
Yeah,
we're having a good time, and we've been in the same group for 20 years.
Is that a good thing?
I think so.
Good.
And just been having a good time, and been married for 17 years. Wife, 1 kid, 13 years old. And
super. Words of wisdom for the next 10 years?
Just stick to whatever you're doing.
All right.
Whatever you enjoy.
Thanks so much for being here. Appreciate it.
Okay. Thanks, Lynn.
You bet. I found the other tallest person in the class.
Let me sit down like this.
Yeah, you know, I could sit on your lap. That would probably be a good thing. I found another good St. Anthony's kid here. Joe, what you been doing for the last 30 years?
30 years.
Can you imagine? It's been that long?
No, I can't. Well, let's see. Been married for 21 years.
Cool.
Yeah. Got 2 kids, 19 and 16 years old, a boy and a girl. And been working with Delta Airlines for 25 years.
And you were down in Kentucky for a while, right?
Yeah, been living in Kentucky the last 7 years, just moved back home.
All right, we're so happy to have you back, and thanks so much for being here at the reunion. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me. We'll see you. Bye.
Don't even think about moving. Don't even think about moving. You know, the class of 73, we are so cool. We got such great people here, great turnout tonight. We got Joe, we got Kathy, and what have you been doing for the last 30 years, baby?
What? Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's your turn.
Okay. This year, Barrett Corrigan and I have been talking a lot, and I ran into him at Christmas, and so we've been buddies. I sold real estate for 20 years.
Fantastic.
And had a business of my own. And now I'm doing a little traveling and taking a sabbatical and gardening.
Super.
And trying to have fun.
Excellent. Words of wisdom for the class of 73 to how to live the next 10 years. What do we need to be doing?
Oh, boy. Have fun.
Super.
Live for the moment.
Thanks. We got Joe. Joe, what have you been doing for the last 30 years, babe?
Raising a 19-year-old daughter.
Is that a full-time job?
She was 19 when she was about 2. Yeah.
So you're getting really good at it by now.
Yeah, very good at it.
What kind of work are you doing, Joe?
I'm a paint contractor.
Super.
Yeah, I do interiors and exteriors, new construction and remodel.
And you got a phone number?
Yes, 241-4812. I still live in Burien.
All right. And words of wisdom for the next 10 years, Joe? What do we need to be doing?
God, I don't know. Don't buy any stocks. I lost all my money in the stock market. Don't buy any stocks. Real estate. Stay with real estate.
Yeah.
Talk to her. Yeah.
Thanks so much. Thanks for being here, you guys. You look great. Thanks. Dwayne, we're going to talk about the bus from Renton. Jeff? You remember the bus?
I got kicked off it many times.
I remember the accident. Were you on it?
I was on the accident. Yeah.
Going down the hill last spring.
We had the accident before. There we go. Careful.
It was before we
Careful.
picked. I think it was before we picked.
Before we picked up the St.
Yep.
Anthony's kids.
Yep.
The story you told me, Jeff, about that was that Leo was on the bus.
Leo was on the bus, and Dwayne, you and Leo are good buddies, chess buddies, and stuff like that. All these, young high school kids are all kind of frantic. We've just been in a huge accident. And Leo actually has his notepad out, and he's actually diagramming the accident scene.
True story.
Yeah, that's Leo. Right on, Chess Master.
And he's not here, and we're really upset, but we're going to find him. All right, go Renton. Again, I have to keep chasing people around, but thank God they like me, and they didn't run away from me quite so much.
We just went fast enough.
That's right. We got Jim and Linda, and two of our most favorite classmates. And what have you guys been up to for the last 30 years?
Working with drugs as a pharmacist. It's been a good life.
Super.
Yes.
Hey, working with the sheriff's office. It's been a good life.
And how many years have you been with them now, Jim?
I'm in my 25th or 26th year.
Yeah, how many years are you going to work?
We'll see how many I can push out. Probably another 4, 5, 6.
Mm-hmm. Super. And how about you? Pharmacy. Good drugs. I love
Good
pharmacists.
drugs. I do too. I mean, it's a good life.
Better
you
living
can
for
work
chemicals.
part-time.
Absolutely.
It's a great thing.
Excellent. So glad you guys could be here. You'll be with us all weekend?
Yes, we are.
Super. How about words of wisdom for the next 10 years, Linda?
I don't know if I have any. Stay healthy.
I like that. Jim?
Stay happy.
Stay happy. All right. 2 really good words of wisdom from our favorite classmates, Jim and Linda. Thanks.
Thank you, Lynn.
You're welcome. We found a bunch more. The class of 73 over here. We've got Paul and we've got Barrett, and it looks like wives attached, which is really, you guys are really fortunate. I want you to know that because I know about high school. What you been doing for the last 30 years? Short version.
Short version. I've been mostly teaching math.
Where at?
At O'Day High School. Kind of a rival, but.
And you went there. See, I told you about him.
No, I didn't. I went to prep only 1 year, and then ended up here.
Super. And so what else for the last 30 years? You want to comment on that, Maggie? No. Now, I know for a fact you guys have been married for a while, and you've got 4 girls?
4 girls.
4 girls.
Yep.
I'm the oldest of 4 girls, so I hung on to that piece of trivia.
Ours are 6, 8, 10, and 12.
Super. And I also understand you're actually just don't teach math. You're actually head of the math department. Can you believe that, folks? Because we remember the good old days. Thanks
I pinch myself every day.
And we'll talk about that later. Okay. Thanks so much for being here. We've got medicine for that. Paul, what you been doing for the last 30 years?
Traveling the world with the Navy, retired, East Coast, and still traveling.
Super. And Gail, welcome to Kennedy. Had you been out here before?
Class of 79.
Class of 79. See, we learn new things all the time. And so you didn't know better than this, huh?
Yeah, no.
So are you guys out east then, or?
East Coast.
East Coast. So where are you living? Virginia. Super.
Yeah, having a good time.
Excellent. Welcome back to the reunion. We're so glad you're here. We got Gloria for the class of 74, but we all know and love, right? There we go.
Yes.
And Shar, you just came in and they just went up and picked you up. And we got Susan hiding over in the corner here. Yeah.
Avoiding the camera.
Yeah, well, Dwayne knows where you live, so keep on talking. And so what have you been doing for the last 30 years, sir?
I don't even know how to answer that question.
What's our class of 73? They got out of here.
They were fun to hang out with, and the reason we came is because we played with I played with a lot of people in band who were a year above.
So Maggie particularly.
Maggie and Shar. So
and we did theater with them.
We did theater with them, and so we just wanted to come by and hang out with them.
Well, we really appreciate representatives of the class of 74 for being here. That's super. And Shar, what have you been up to, hun?
I don't know. I'm spoken for.
That's cool. I'm not. Can't get a date for love nor money. Okay.
We can take care of that later.
You know, your secrets would be what?
Find a good woman and stick with her.
You know. And I want to talk to you about that a little bit later on. So you working, hun?
Oh yeah, I'm
What you
working.
doing?
I do high tech stuff. I'm working with consortium working on e-business standards.
Super. And where are you living?
Boise, Idaho.
Super. Well, hey, thanks for flying in, and thanks to the class of 74 for going and getting you. Appreciate it. Susan, sneak over here and just tell us what you've been up to, because we want to know.
I work for a law firm in the law library, and I volunteer at PAWS.
Super. Again, thanks you guys for being here. It's such a great time seeing y'all. It's super.
Well, let's see. Went to practical nursing school at Seattle Central, and I'm at LPN. I've been busy with family. We live in North Seattle in the Wedgwood neighborhood, and John's a writer, and I help him out with that, and we're just busy people.
Super. We're so glad you're here. Give us some words of wisdom to live by for the next 10 years. What should we be doing?
Be happy and do everything in moderation. I don't know.
What kind of writing do you do?
I write comic books. Yeah.
So what would be your words of wisdom for the next 10 years?
Have fun.
Thanks so much.
Sure.
We're so glad you're here.
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks, Lynn.
Thank you. I got Gary, and he tried to sneak away. So what you been doing for the last 30 years?
Well, it's only been 10 since the last one.
Yeah, but I wasn't there, and the 10th.
So what have you been doing for the last 20 years?
Well, we've already talked about that.
Okay.
How about you?
I'm still working at Boeing. They haven't got rid of me yet. Married 15 years a couple days ago, and got a dog, and I fish, and I golf. And there's somebody's got their fingers above my head.
I can't imagine who that'd be.
Could be Colonel Shaw.
or mine.
Or the other sidekick.
So Gary, words of wisdom for the class of 73, how to live our lives for the next 10 years.
Drink alcohol. It keeps all the bad things dead inside of you. Golf and don't stress out.
Thanks. Glad you're here.
Okay.
And I found Sister Rose Marie, and of course we all remember her as our wonderful world history teacher when we were mere freshmen and all the other years. And Sister, now you had your 50th Jubilee.
Yes, 7 years ago.
Has it been 7 years now?
And you can come to my 60th in 3 years.
3 years, all right. What are you doing to keep busy now? You look wonderful.
Well, I have a big garden. I mean, roses, gladiola, all kinds. You know, you guys should come over and see my patio. It is absolutely beautiful.
We will do that. And you know, we're putting together a living memorial for our deceased classmates. And maybe you can help us put that together, because we want kind of a garden thing. So we'll rely on you for some expert advice.
Yeah, you should come over and see it. It really is beautiful.
Wonderful. And just God bless you, and thank you for everything you did for us over the years.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you so much for coming tonight. Mr. Jeff Warwitzki is responsible for this wonderful Paramedics rock. Paramedic did his thing. What I'd like to do right now, in case you don't know me, I'm Robin Conop, and this is Jeff Warwitzki. We're the hostess for the evening. So if you have any complaints, don't tell us. Tell someone at Tell There's a lot of work that went into tonight, and we just want to give our appreciation to Frank and Susan. They're our caterers. Also, for those of you who don't know, I hail from Las Vegas, and we have Las Vegas goodie bags for everyone to take home this evening, and I just wanted to tell you what's inside. So bear with me for just a moment while I do my spiel. We have the free mug from the Riviera.
How would you know about the Palomino, Jeff?
Palomino, no, I know Palomino from the Riviera. Darn. We have awesome shows, Matt King and Ron Lucas, free tickets for everyone. We have
an airline ticket in there somewhere.
How do you got the plane? Oh yeah, we're all gonna get. Yeah.
Matt said he had it handled.
Can we all stay at your place?
Viva, sure. You can all come stay with me. Viva Las Vegas, 2 free tickets for that one. That's at the Stratosphere. We have 2 free tickets for Bottoms Up, which plays at the Flamingo. It is a topless show. You have to be 18.
Darn.
10% off if you dine at Harley Davidson Cafe.
Let me know when you hit lap dancing.
We have a pocket guide that tells you all the current shows that are playing in Las Vegas. We have also, I'm not done, admittance into the wonderful Imperial Palace auto collection. You can see Elvis's car and Hitler's car and Churchill's car, and it's very cool. Yay. And one more thing, $5 off Planet Hollywood at the Farm Shop. And what's interesting is, please make sure you get one of these. Whether you go to Vegas or not, I hope you find the humor in it, because that's all it's supposed to be. You know, when you have a party, you're supposed to give everybody little goodie bags, and these are our goodie bags for you.
Thank you, Robin.
Thank you so much for coming. We hope we were going to see everybody tomorrow night, where you can catch my act again at Emerald Downs, and also in Las Vegas every night at 8:30 and 10:30. It's lots of fun on the Las Vegas Strip. Miss Dr. Henshaw, Dr. Lynn, who looks all sparkly, looks like she should be in Vegas.
That worked better for me.
You know what they say, what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas. So we won't tell them.
If we can have everyone's really somber attention, as I'm sure you noticed in the information we were sending out to you, that we've lost 6 classmates, and Carrie, of course, before we even had a chance to graduate. And we're lighting a candle for each one of the 6 that have died and have moved on ahead of us. And what I tell my patients is, when someone moves on to a spiritual plane, is they're looking out for us. And so it's really important to know that you've got a lot of people up there looking out for us. And if we also want to remember parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, and maybe children that have gone on ahead of us. And we're thinking especially of, you got it, Robin?
Terry, Ed, John, Irene, Steve, and Paul. We need. You can tell we've really rehearsed.
Not this part. Maggie said that we can eat now, but to give your ticket to the person as you approach. Is that a hand up to you? Yeah. Give your ticket to that person. If you do not have a ticket to see Maggie, enjoy dinner, and there's more and better yet to come.
Right, we've got a really good program, and as you notice, there's forms to fill out at your table, because we're doing some voting. We're going to give some fun awards out later for people, obviously who's come the furthest. So while you're eating, make sure you fill those out for us, and we'll be back later with more excitement. I suggest we all get on the dance floor.
And there's